If you can't master your life, you'll be a slave to fate. Vladimir Putin has been re-elected, unsurprisingly, unshakably. The man hailed by Russians as near-divine continues to rule. But what exactly makes Putin such a legendary figure in the eyes of this battle-hardened nation? Russians don't idolize celebrities. They worship only two types of people, warriors and heroes. And today, the most admired man in Russia is their president. Despite 2 years of war, mounting internal pressure, and global tension, Putin remains the symbol of resolve. Is it well-deserved loyalty or blind glorification? In truth, each of us is the emperor of our own little kingdom. So today, I want to share some true stories from Putin's past. You might find inspiration. Hit like, and let's begin. After the Soviet Union dissolved, Boris Yeltsin's presidency was a mess, both at home and abroad. Exhausted, he accepted an invitation to go hunting to relax. As they grilled meat in the wild, a young deputy mayor named Putin showed up, late. His old car had broken down. He was a full hour behind schedule. Needless to say, Yeltsin wasn't impressed. But then, a brown bear appeared out of nowhere. Panic broke out. Yeltsin later recalled. My glasses fell off. Everyone around me dropped to the ground, fumbling to find them. But only Putin stood tall. He turned, grabbed a rifle, aimed, and fired. Bang, the bear fell. But it got back up, and charged directly at him. Putin didn't flinch. He fired again. This time, it stayed down. Yeltsin was stunned. This man is no ordinary official, he thought. I must bring him to Moscow. Putin was immediately appointed Secretary of the Security Council, a role overseeing the nation's military and security forces, reporting only to the president. Now, Putin had a mentor, Anatoly Sobchak, former mayor of St. Petersburg. But Sobchak was Yeltsin's political enemy. One man raised him. The other gave him power. Loyalty torn in two. Yeltsin wanted to throw Sobchak in jail. Everyone else backed away from the political fire. Everyone, except Putin. He told his mentor. If not for you, I wouldn't be who I am. I will save you. He launched a daring rescue. He contacted a former airline CEO, whose daughter Putin once saved from the mafia. The CEO agreed. Don't borrow a plane, rent one. I'll make it cheap. For just $200, Putin secured a Boeing 747. Late at night, using old KGB skills, he disabled the guards and entered Sobchak's home. Sobchak was sleeping. Putin woke him. Come with me. Sobchak resisted. Saving me is political suicide. Yeltsin will have your head. But Putin was determined. He flew him to safety in Paris, and walked away without a word. The next morning, Putin walked into Yeltsin's office and confessed everything. I disobeyed. I betrayed your trust. But I had to save him, he was my mentor. Yeltsin smiled. I've insulted him in front of you many times, and you never once joined in. This world is full of flatterers and traitors. But people like you? Rare. This matter is over. I have bigger tasks for you. On December 31, 1999, the last day of the 20th century, Yeltsin stunned the nation. I am handing over power to acting President Vladimir Putin. Yeltsin was sick, aging, and heart-weary. And so was Russia. He knew the West had tricked him. Russia needed strength. So he picked a man who could carry the weight, Putin. Putin rescued Russia, and in doing so, gave Yeltsin peace. He ensured the former president was protected from political backlash and lived out his days in dignity. But Putin didn't stop there. He crushed Chechen rebels. Flew fighter jets. Drove tanks. Spoke with precision and ruled with fire. Pen in hand, he could write peace. Sword in hand, he could restore order. He pulled Russia back from weakness. And the world began to call him Tsar Putin. In 2013, when his first judo coach passed away, Putin, then president, attended the funeral in person. He refused bodyguards. He walked alone through empty streets, so no one would see his tears. Strength with tenderness is rare. Loyalty with courage is rarer still. Putin never confused friendship with weakness. And his loyalty? It wasn't blind. It wasn't naive. It was loyalty to principle. To himself. To a greater cause. Those who can't rule themselves will be ruled by fate. May we each live with purpose. May we each fight with courage. And if not to change the world, at least to protect our own little kingdoms.